only, is he, or what is he?
Mate, look at this. You've got 24,000 people.
It definitely doesn't come across like
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the AFL Tas live stream of the NWFL Senior Women's Round 9 fixture from Latrobe Recreation Oval, home of Darryl Baldock, Australian Hall of Famer. Joining me in the commentary today between Latrobe and Ulverstone is the NWFL President, Mr. Gary Carpenter, and it is second of the fifth. So Latrobe are actually doing quite well this year, Gary, considering they didn't get a win last year.
Yeah, they've had a couple of wins under the new coach, Xavier, and actually it's a building year for Latrobe again this year, but it's a building year in absolute certainty because they know what they want to achieve, and they've got a couple of wins on the board, which is great. Absolutely terrible day at Latrobe here today, water laying around the boundary line on the southern end of the Latrobe ground, and been teeming with rain for goodness knows how many hours, X.
Absolutely. Meg Thompson kicks inside forward 50, and that's the first score of the game, and it's one behind that goes to the Ulverstone Robins. We're literally just underway. Big win for the Ulverstone Robins too in the Development League against Latrobe. Latrobe only kicking 2 goals in that game. Emma Pittman going to bring the ball back in, and she was the winning coach last weekend, representing the NWFL. Not a good kick on the off the instep there, Gary.
She'd be saying to some of the players, don't do what I just did, but they come off the side of the boot on a terrible day, as I said. Emma done a marvellous job, and she was right on her toes in the last couple of minutes at Dial Park last weekend.
Certainly was. She's got the ball in hand again. She received it from the kick from Ashley Newman on the outside of the boot. Ran into a bit of trouble. Just kicks it out wide from a defensive point. It's now in the hands of Luca Conkey. She's got an opportunity to have a shot on goal. It's not a bad-looking kick, but it's gone through for one behind to the near side. So Luca Conkey and Meg Thompson, who's been a welcome addition back from a few travails around Australia and beyond. So Maggie Thompson, welcome home for a period of time, I believe. As Hinkston, in defensive measure there, well up. In fact, usually she's playing across half-back. She throws it onto her boot. She's got the knee brace. Ball runs, falls to the favour. Was that Asher or Matilda Rockcliffe? I think it might have been Matilda Rockcliffe that kicked that. Well, it was Matilda Rockcliffe. And Matilda Rockcliffe kicks the first. So the captain for the Ulverstone Robins gets them underway. And there is a very slight breeze. It's going to the right of screen, so to the Ulverstone end. Ground, considering the amount of rain we've had over the course of the last 10 days, Gary, is in pretty good condition. The Robins 1-2-8 after around about 2 minutes. Latrobe yet to score. Yeah,
in great condition, really, this ground, and we're coming up to finals time. They'll want to keep it that way. Great goal by Matilda there. Made the most of the opportunity. Used the common sense and kicked the ball off the ground instead of going down to try and pick it up. And our umpires today, Xavier, Colin Bruin and Brett Dennison out there officiating in the centre. Hang on, unless I've got...
That's a female umpire.
That's a female.
So we'll get you to do a little bit more research.
I don't know where that one comes from. I apologise.
Ball in hand now. Ulverstone's Zoe Clark. She loses it in the tackle, and getting the kick away was Lambie. So Lambie gets the kick out the back there to Matilda Rockcliffe at half forward. She wheels around onto her right side. Ball goes towards inside 50. Who's back there? Well, obviously the coach, defending resolutely. Her kick, though, doesn't hit the target. It's now in the hands of Aylett, also a good player last week for the NWFL. Got the barest of margins over the NTFA. I might talk about that. In fact, I actually like the NTFA's game, Gary. I thought they were actually the better team on the day. Just didn't get the result that they were after. Inaccurate on the scoreboard. Kick there by Zoe Clark. Goes across the face and hits the water reaches on the far side of the ground. Got a bit of water just down on the inside of the bike track. So the Canberra, they're just bringing the water back in towards the field. Good throw-in by the boundary umpire. They're going to be up against it today. There's a fair bit of work, especially when the ball gets so waterlogged. Ball goes nowhere, and Matilda Rockcliffe is wrapped up in a tackle.
Yeah, you was correct in saying that the NTFA could consider themselves unlucky. We've got an opportunity for a goal.
We certainly do. Well done on the last line of defence, but picking it up was Charlie Johnson, and she gets her first for the game. That's the second for the Ulverstone Robins, and they go to 2-2-14. Latrobe yet to score, and we've played around about 5 minutes into the first quarter of the round 9 fixture between Latrobe, who are hosting second-placed Ulverstone.
And it's the ability of Latrobe, of the Ulverstone players to get their hands on the footy, Xavier. That's the difference here at the moment. It's there, it's 50-50, and the desire to be able to win the ball and pick it up cleanly. And again, just a quick snap by Charlie, and it went through for a goal. So Latrobe, you've got to be able to get your hands on the footy first, be clean with it, and push it out of this defensive zone. And first and foremost, win it out of the centre.
And putting themselves in the centre is the coach of the Latrobe Football Club. AJ gets the tap down. There's Courtney Hingston, one of the bigger, stronger players and more dominant. So is Luca Conkey kicking off the ground. I'm surprised she's not in the VFLW as yet, Gary. Nonetheless, we've only played 3 games for the VFLW. Ball there, kicked by Rockcliffe. Good smother by the Latrobe defence. Ball comes to ground as they go and dive upon it. Clean hands by Conkey, knocks it out. She then follows up with a tackle. Ball's going nowhere. The umpire says, I'll have it, and we'll start it all again. 2-2-14. After around about 5.5 minutes, plays Latrobe yet to score. Advantage to the Robins. Second place on the ladder. Ball going nowhere. It's in the hands of Zoe Clark. She's wrapped up by 2 Demon defenders.
Umpire bounce. That's Brett throwing it up again.
Yeah, well done, Brett. Enjoy the surrounds of Latrobe Recreation Oval. Ball get brought out to Aylett by good hands. Kick him towards half forward there to Belbin. Belbin's unable to take the mark. Ball ricochets off the contest, and in front of Kelly Enright, it rolls out of bounds. So we're going to get another boundary thrown inside the forward 50, far side of the ground. 2-2-14. Plays Latrobe yet to score. 14 points in favour of the Robins. Unable to take it there was Tyrrell in the ruck for Latrobe. And be like a cake of soap throughout the course of the day. Good hands out to Conkey. Conkey's kick doesn't quite get the favoured bounce, and so Pittman is able to somewhat stop it in its tracks. It's now been kicked back towards Aylett. Aylett dives on it. There's Mackenzie Tyrrell. Her handball though only goes to Johnson. She throws it onto the boot. Back towards the goal square. It slips past the Demon defence. Rolls through. Is that a goal?
That's a goal.
Oh, that has gone through for a goal.
From way out there.
So well done to Amali Johnson. I'm pretty sure that was it Johnson? I think
Yeah,
it was.
so it's Amali.
Yeah. So the deputy vice captain gets the third for the Ulverstone Robins.
And that's just a kick outside around about the 45-metre mark. Quick kick, picked up out of the pack, and a quick kick by Amali, and it bounced along the ground. Incredible goal, Amali. Well done. And again, it's getting your hands on the footy and attacking that goal square.
We've played 8 minutes into the first term. It's 3-2-20. It's all Ulverstone. It hasn't been past the centre for the Latrobe Demons as yet. Tyrrell wins the ruck this time. Conkey. Looks like she's been pursued by Montana Jago today.
I don't know whether you can see through the camera on the TV, but the water is splashing up out of their boot mark out in the centre square there at present. So it shows viewers how much water is laying actually around the ground.
Tyrrell feeds it back to Pittman. She throws it onto the boot. It's gone about 7 or 8 metres. Well, it's a good pick up. Good tackle though on Gale. But short, and that's not holding the ball, so Enright gets rid of it. Good pick up, good kick. Ella Hingston inside forward 50 for the first time for the Demons. But on the defence for the Ulverstone Robins is Maya Harding. She slips 1. 2 would-be tacklers. Kicks the ball up towards centre wing position, far side of the ground. Ulverstone have the advantage here with body position with Zoe Clark. Throws it onto the boot towards half forward. First back, that might be Belbin. Under pressure. She's able to get a kick away. And then another good kick inside forward 50. That might have been by Newman. And it goes across the boundary on the far side of the ground. And it's going to stop in that pool of water just at the bottom of the bike track.
Bounces in the water, taking the shine completely off the yellow ball. And back to the rep game last week. Yes, the NTFA, I think, would consider themselves unlucky. Our girls in the back half were exceptionally brilliant in the last 5 or 10 minutes. But the NTFA, a lot more scoring shots.
I like the Freestones and Lauren Stevenson. I thought they were very good players for the NTFA. Unlucky when it comes to the scoreboard. Kick in there by Mia Aylett. It's going to go to the other side of the point post, and again we're going to have another boundary throwing deep inside the forward 50 for the Ulverstone Robbins. Now, the NWFL, Gary, last week in the women's game, I thought that they possessed the ball. Well, they got a lot of possession of the football, but they would turn it over a lot, whereas the NTFA had much better system compared to what they showed last year.
Yeah, for sure. I think the structure going forward in our side last week probably wasn't there to what they expected to be, and they didn't sort of operate in tandem, in lieu of one another, couldn't find a player to pass the ball to, and they moved forward of centre. And the turns over, the Freestones for the NTFA were outstanding, and they did use the ball a lot better. So we've got a little bit to learn, I think, between now and the Southern game.
Certainly do. The NWFL also did very well in the under-19 boys.
Yeah, stand out. It was exceptionally great to be able to have the NTFA come down and play that rep game. And our boys stood up at the end of the day, and when they first went on the ground, they was quite a bit smaller, physically smaller. But the pace and the will to win that footy showed out at the end of the day.
Winwood's kick there was taken by Tyrrell. Tyrrell gives it to Emma Pittman from a standing start. She throws it on the boot, and that is going to be a relayed free kick, or a lasso free kick for the Ulverstone Robins.
It's going to be tough for Latrobe, Xavier. They're really struggling across this half-back line to penetrate through or against Ulverstone's defence, and it's going to be a tough day here if they can't win the ball through the centre and get more direct play going forward out of their defensive zone.
Well, it looks like they don't have, as Pittman kicks the ball back up towards centre wing position, one of their better players and captain off half-back, and that is Ellie Pope, so I can't see her out there today.
No, Ellie's got a suspension, unfortunately, out of the rep game with a total of 4 weeks, so she's going to be missing a little bit of football.
Well, that's going to severely put the handbrake on the Latrobe Demons with regards to their run out of defence, so Pittman's going to have to do a fair bit of work. That's possibly why she's playing in the midfield and trying to assert herself into the game. Kick there by teammate, that was Harvey. It's gone almost to half forward for the Demons. Ball's really not going anywhere. Good tackle being applied there by Fraser, and that was on Kelly Enright. Got another ball up. It'll be a game of inches today, Gary.
Oh, just incredible trying to push that ball forward. Don't do there's going to be a free there.
I would have thought so.
Don't do the unthinkable things and do the stuff that you can control, like picking the ball up when you can. If you can't, just push it forward out of the open space by foot if you've got to get it out of the pack situation. And Latrobe, they're playing wide.
Yeah, so that was Jago out to Pittman. So Jago, she's got the leg sleeves and the red hair, so she's easily identifiable. Kick, inside forward 50, end over end. It's all Ulverstone though. Ooh, having a head taken off.
Free kick there.
Well, I would have thought it was the Ulverstone free kick, but it might have been one that's been picked up earlier. So the one that got hurt by Ulverstone was Belbin. And I'm not sure who's it going to. It's going to Latrobe's Matilda Hayes. So I didn't pick that one up, Gary. So that must have been beforehand. Her kick, deep inside forward 50 now. Ball holds up. Oh, good pick up by Johnson. Look at the step and run. Oh, met solidly by the Demon defence. And the kick was rattled, and Miller Harvey now has it in her hand. So Harvey, what was she doing? It's just handballing it literally to the Ulverstone.
Yeah, and that's making those mistakes on this wet day. Move it forward, get it out of your pressure zone, get it into where you put pressure on the opposition as quick as possible.
Pittman's kick inside forward 50, wasn't able to be marked. Jumping on top of the football, that might be Jago. She handballs it out. I think that's Pittman. No, it's not Pittman. In fact, that might have been Hinkston trying to get that kick away. Where are we? We're still there. Releasing was Martin for Ulverstone out wide. No one able to get clean possession, and then the follow-up then by Martin. Good pick up off the ground. Kick to the favourite. I think that's not Ashley Newman. Who is it out there? Diving all over the top of the football. There might have been Zoe Clark. She's got the long sleeves on. Back to Conkey. Conkey's also got long sleeves on. Her kick inside 450. There's Newman. Wrapped up in a tackle, loses it. Conkey follows up, feeds it out. By a chain of handballs now out to Aylett. Goal beckons. Goal square's open. Kicks offline.
That was good footy, Xavier, coming through there, picking up out of pack situations. Kept the ball alive, and a chain of 3 handballs there. Spot on, hit their targets, and away they went. Could have easily been a goal.
3-3-21. Plays Latrobe yet to score, and we've got around about 3.5 minutes to go in the first term. Kick comes wide. Good mark. in these conditions taken by Ruby Woodcock. Waste no time, heads towards half-back and in front. That's what you need to be today. Matilda Hayes, the ball's not going to have momentum in order to be able to come over the back, so you're going to have to be in front. He's going to drop early. Ricochet there by the Ulverstone defence, back towards half-forward for them. Is that Conkey or no? In fact, that's Clark diving on top of the football. Feeds it out to Conkey. Kick inside. But that's not a bad-looking kick. Guess what? It's rolled end over end, and it's gone the right way. And would you believe it? Luca Conkey has got her first, and that's the fourth for the Ulverstone Robins.
She knows how to kick a goal, doesn't she? Like, and again, not far inside from the 50-metre line, and puts boot the ball, gets the ball, comes out to Luca, standing on her own, straight to boot, and the bounce, the right bounce, lucky it wasn't touched by Asher down there, I think 28, no, of Charlie.
It's Charlie Johnson, yeah.
Lucky it wasn't touched there, and rolls through for another great goal.
And
good,
that run,
good thinking, Luca.
Absolutely. And was able to go end over end, and that rain is really starting to come down now. It's 4-3-27. Latrobe yet to score. We have 2 minutes left in the first term, and this is a game-winning margin. There's no doubt about that by the Ulverstone Robins, and they are asserting their dominance as being second on the ladder, Gary.
Yep, and the work rate from Ulverstone is incredible. You'll see one Latrobe player to 4 Ulverstone players. Their willingness to push and cover ground and work for one another is first class here today. On this type of day where you think you lose a lot of that enthusiasm, they've gone out and played football like it's still dry.
Free kick in the middle, going towards the Ulverstone Robins. They just had a... Oh, is that Conkey again? This time, gee, she's clean. Splits the middle. Wow. She's on fire early. VFLW. I hope you're having a look at what Luca Conkey can offer the state and the Devils program in the VFLW. She's as clean as her father was.
Yeah, incredible there. They just knew exactly what she wanted to do. Didn't panic. Got the ball clean. Picked it up, turn her around or run with the ball. And again, straight through the middle. From a good distance out, 30-plus metres out. On today's weather, that's a great goal.
Certainly is. 5-3-33 plays the trade yet to score into the last minute. So within a minute, let's see whether Ulverstone can get another one. Mind you, they're going with the wind. Good hit down there by, is that Van Nugent in the ruck? Or Magnus Lowe?
The water.
That water's going nowhere, is it?
No, the water level's rising, I think, in the centre of the Latrobe Oval.
Hingston runs into trouble. Surely that's holding the football. Yes, says the umpire. Hypothermia is going to be the extent of what the umpire is going to be working with this afternoon. There's no doubt about that. Ball being passed by Magnus Lowe across to Pittman. Pittman's kick out wide. Unable to cleanly pick the footy up. Almost getting themselves into a bit of kerfuffle was Enright. She got up and she should have had her head down. Picking the ball up and releasing that was Belvin to a teammate who's going to receive the free kick.
For a high tackle, I reckon. It must have went up around there.
That's the end of the first term. And the score at the end of the first term is Latrobe 0-0-0. Ulverstone Robins 5-3-33. Goal scorers for the Ulverstone Robins at the end of quarter number 1. Well, 2 goes to Luca Conkey, the vice-captain. She actually got 2 goals, 1, and singles to Matilda Rockcliffe from Marley Johnson and Charlie Johnson. As I mentioned for Latrobe, yet to bother the scorers. And we'll get a quick summary of the first term. Gary Carpenter.
The rain tumbles down in June, not July here at the moment, and it is extremely wet. And the girls here are putting on a great display of playing wet weather footy, and actually Ulverstone's been superb at it, and it's their shots on goal. When you think about it, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 shots on goal. It's incredible for a first quarter of women's footy. Been outstanding right across their forward half from centre forward. I don't think they've really lost a contest, and you could pick a bunch of players that would stand up and take votes at quarter time, but it's their ability to win that ball cleanly, share it, continue to play and run, and link up, and then have a shot at goal and go through for a great deserved goal. Latrobe, they often win the ball in the ruck as far as getting it down from their ruck in the centre, but then lose it pretty quickly. And if you take out Emma Pittman off the back half, Xavier, they'd be in all sorts of strife, and you can't play Emma win the ball and she's got to be up there to kick it to herself, and that doesn't work that way. So their players have got to really pick up a little bit here if they want to make a contest now. Like, this is a match-winning score, but they've 3 quarters to turn it around and make a contest and get some personal achievements out of the game, and that's what Latrobe need to do. And I think they're good enough. It's just they've really got to work hard and get this ball first, be in there first.
Scores here at quarter time, 5-3-33 the Ulverstone Robins. Latrobe Demons get the ball of the scoreboard. Neither did the Circular Head Saints against the Wynyard women at Wynyard. 18-17, 125 the Cats. Saints did not score. It's 125-point victors, the Wynyard Cats. The Penny Dockers went down by 78 points at West Park against the Penguin 2 Blues, 10-19, 79 to 1 behind. So 78-point victors to the Penguin 2 Blues. We're going to take a break here from Latrobe Recreation Ground, the home of Darryl Border, and we will be back for the second quarter very shortly.
When your defensive side, basically what's going to happen this quarter is you're going to roll around there. You might even take forward behind it. And you guys play
when you were saying about that, just after
Welcome back to the AFL Tas live stream, brought to you by Terry White Chemmart for the round 9 fixture of the NWFL Women's. And we are looking at Latrobe Demons hosting the Ulverstone Robins. Robins will be kicking to the left of screen the second quarter, and getting the kick across half back was Bissett for Latrobe Demons. Ball goes nowhere. There's Hingston back in normal position across half back. Good kick, good lead, good mark. Hands out in front, Belbin.
Oh, didn't play.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Anyway, Hingston follows up. She tries to throw some pressure on. So does Thompson. Are able to release the football. Now comes back towards centre half forward. End over end. Latrobe, though, are there in order to be able to stop the progression for the Ulverstone Robins. Getting her hands on the football now was Conkey, Tyra. Ball goes nowhere. And a free kick has been found. Not exactly sure as to why, but Holly Sutcliffe is the recipient.
I'm not sure there either, whether it was something off the play somewhere.
A kick by the young Tasmanian Devils under 18 squad member isn't marked, and looks like Ulverstone are going to release. It's now in the hands of Conkey, Tyra. Not quite clean. Sister was there, feeds it back out. Now comes back out to Tyra. Oh, that was a good move. That reminds me of her Uncle Sean.
Yeah.
There we go. He gets himself out of trouble. He's been able to do it for years on end. Meg Thompson kicks inside forward 50, unable to be marked. Well done by the Demon defence. It's now in the hands of Pittman. Oh, she's not clean. Ducks ahead, loses the football.
Probably could have been paid a kick there.
And the umpire says she will get a kick. No, it's not her. One of her teammates.
It's off the play again somewhere.
Yeah, not exactly sure. That might have been Van Unigem. Anyway, ball gets kicked towards half forward. It wasn't the best of kicks, so the pack develops. Ball gets knocked out to Hingston. She throws it on her right leg. Van Unigem's going to be the first one back. Good smother applied there by Newnham. Hate to be smothering on a day like today.
Sting the hands today, Xavier, wouldn't it?
Yeah, let's hope there's no balls in the face. So, as you'll certainly know about it, it won't tickle.
No.
Trying our darndest, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to see what's going on today. We've got two windows open. And unfortunately, one of them has got the camera through it. And the windows that we've got in front of us, we can't see out of. So, we are working our very best in order to be able to bring you the live stream. Hopefully you're able to enjoy the round 9 fixture brought to you by Terry White, Ken Marters. We get another ball up inside the forward 50 for the Ulverstone Robins. 5-3-33 after 2 minutes into the third term. Plays Latrobe yet to score. Ball kicked off the ground by Ulverstone. Newman was first. Didn't get her hands on it.
Oh, here's a goal.
Yeah, it looks like it will be running into it. That's Maggie Thompson. Welcome back, Meg. And she gets her first. It's the first of the second, and they move to 6-3-39. The Latrobe Demons yet to score. We've played 3 minutes into term number 2.
Spoke about it, Xavier. It's just this pressure, relentless pressure from these Ulverstone players from centre forward. It's incredible, actually. It's they've been well trained, and it'd be a pleasure to coach this bunch of girls, I would imagine, because they're doing everything right. They're playing to conditions. When they get the ball nice and clean, they're not frightened of handball. When they haven't won the ball, they work extremely hard to try and win possession back of the ball, and it's just relentless pressure that's got them where they are at the moment.
Great analysis there by Gary Carpenter. The ball comes out from the centre stoppage. Conky's back first, and we're now forward of centre for Latrobe Demons. She went the wrong way. That's Latrobe Demons. She threw her hands up. I think that might have been Van Unigem. Ball comes back towards centre of the ground. Newman picks it up out of the stoppage. Ball goes far and wide. Boundary line. Looks like it could be the Sanctuary. It's not. First back was Winwood. She's unable to pick the ball up. Who does? That's a good tackle. That was called play on by the Demon defence. They were able to release the ball. It's in the hands of Johnson. O'Malley. AJ gets the kick forward. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. And that has fallen into the hands of another Robin.
Long sleeved.
That is Callie Enright. So, Callie Enright. Oh, Gary's putting it down already. Commentator's curse. Look out, ladies and gentlemen.
Kelly, you've got to put it through now. You've got a basket of goal kickers at present, so why not add your name to it?
Yep. They've been very efficient, actually.
Yeah.
6 goals, 3. It's very deliberate. Wow. She's been either having Troy Davies or Podge McGurk working with her. Well done, Callie Enright. Yep. That looked magnificent off the boot, and she gets the second. And I think that might be the 7th for the Ulverstone Robins.
Umpire did not move, and we've seen a little bit of the Ulverstone Robins since I've been here with you, Jay, but they have improved. I know you're playing a side lower than you're on the ladder, but their general skill level, their use of the ball and their ability to pick this ball up in these conditions, they've improved immensely. So must be doing a lot of work at training.
Certainly have, under the tutelage of Michael Pask, who was an assistant to Emma Pittman on the weekend in the NWFL. Today they are combatants. And strategy.
Well done, Latrobe.
Won't be the order of the day for Emma Pittman and company. It'll be more about heart. And Jago shows that. She receives it from Tyrrell. Kicks inside forward 50 for the Latrobe Demons. First back looks like it's going to be Magnus Lowe. What's she going to do with it? Or drop it in the tackle. That was applied there by Stonehouse. It's going nowhere. And the umpire says, we will have it. We'll have a ball up. This time, though, we're more than forward of centre. We're deep inside. On the far side of the ground for Latrobe Demons, they're forward 50.
Opportunity here for them to score a goal, but they've got to be first to the ball. Their hands on the ball first. Hold it in there, girls.
Joy Johansson on the camera. Doing some exceptional work under a bit of duress today. Simpson gets the handball out, comes out towards Newman. She just toe pokes it forward. She's looking for a teammate in Conkey. Conkey able to get the ball forward by foot. Goes end over end. Oh, good hands. That was Belbin. And Ulverstone. They're looking clean in these conditions. Up to half forward. Good defence being applied there by the Latrobe Demons. And are able to bring the ball back, but a good mark has been taken across the centre of the ground by the Ulverstone Robins. Kick inside, dangerous, one would have thought. It's a little bit up and under, they're going to get away with it. That was by Harding. Uses her teammate that was running past, kicks inside forward 50. Pack develops, going nowhere, so going to get a ball up. And that was a good transition considering the conditions there by the Ulverstone Robins.
Yeah, again, it's just cleanliness going through, and I think it was Mia Arnold back there that took that mark and moved on quick with it. Opened it up and took it forward.
Ball straight up, straight back down. They feed it out. Who's on the end of it? Of course it'll be the coach, Emma Pittman. Kick those loose off the side of, or the inside of the boot, and up towards centre wing. Kingston's going to be back there along with Aylett. They dive on top of the football. No one's able to clear it. Looks like the Latrobe do. Try to get it to Jago. Jago misses with the boot, and a good pick up, and then thrown onto the boot by Elizabeth Stonehouse. There's Pittman again. I tell you what,
working her hard out today.
Certainly is. Endeavour is going to be the order of the day for the Latrobe Demons in order to be able to...
There she is again.
Yeah, putting her hands on the football and body on the line. Trying to get it out to Izzard. That's a name. It used to be in the red and black. And this one is Kayla, for the Latrobe Demons. It looks like she might have given away the free kick. And that is going to Belbin. Belbin
drops the ball off the boot too bad.
Didn't go anywhere. Newman there holds it up for the Ulverstone Robins against.
And that's probably the first missed kick of the game from an Ulverstone player.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Good analysis, great analysis there by Gary Carpenter, former Burnie Tigers. Was that a premiership as well as a Penguin, Gary?
No, that was a losing premiership in Xavier's day.
Oh, that was a runner-up.
That was a runner-up. That's 40 years ago.
Yeah, no, well, believe it or not, I'm more than old enough to remember those days.
And may I just add, only by 4 points, 2-9 in the last few dying minutes of the game.
Was Tiger Dowling commentating those games way back then?
He was. I'm not sure whether... I've never watched the replay, to tell you the truth.
Oh, possibly smart. You don't want any more headaches. You've got enough when you're played as it is. Bishop tries to get the kick clear. There's a good tackle by Jago. She follows back up.
Now, the Latrobe are working harder at the moment.
They certainly are. Billy Gale's tackle was ineffective, and it now lands in the hands of Luca Conkey. Conkey up towards half forward. The target was Harding. She's unable to take the mark. She's been pressured there by Ashley Knott, the vice captain. Has the ball come out? It certainly has. Again, that was Clark. Clark's kick goes forward. No one able to take it cleanly. Ball's been wrapped up in a tackle. That tackle was applied by Kelly Renwright, and we have another one. 7-3-45 plays Latrobe yet to score. 45 points to margin. We are 8 minutes into the second term. There's Pittman again. Just toe pokes it along. Unfortunately, it only goes to Luca Conkey. His kick is grubbed and finds a sanctuary at the boundary line. We'll have another boundary throw in and an opportunity for the Ulverstone Robins to reset and hit the scoreboard yet again.
The Latrobe are working a lot harder. Again, they've just got to be able to link up, and it's the ability of that player. When you win the ball on the day like today, you need someone within 5 to 10 metres to give the ball to, and it's just not happening for the Latrobe. But their individual efforts to try and win it has picked up since first quarter.
Good kick there by Luca Conkey. Brings it about another 20 metres further advanced. Finds the sanctuary of the boundary line just in front of Taylor Winwood for Latrobe Demons. 7-3-45 plays Latrobe yet to score.
It's raining now. You can hear it on the roof now, David. We could get flooded here on the top story.
Now the girls are dancing down there on the Ulverstone interchange, trying to keep themselves warm. It's a wonder if they don't have the boombox going, Gary. Well, it's a bit different today's game. I mean, Ashley Newman's got the ball in hand. She's going to be having the shot on goal, I think. Yep. So Ashley Newman. Effective. Yeah, you're right.
And she's a goal kicker, isn't she? Really, it'd be the first day where she doesn't come to the game of footy and doesn't kick a goal. So you've nearly got to chalk this one down.
Again, another player in NWFL and a mark. Didn't even make the distance. Good one there by Mackenzie Tyrrell. She used to do the boundary umpiring.
Yeah, that's a good mark for her right on the last line of defence.
Her kick goes straight up and down. mark and play on. That was a fair bump on Belbin, who feels the full brunt of that. And Pittman's able to take the ball away deep in the back. Half for the Latrobe Demons. Her kick takes ground, 50 metres, but unfortunately it's going to be a lasso free kick, so it's come straight off her boot and across the boundary line. We're going to do a
great hip and shoulder from Mackenzie Tyrrell on a day like today on Belbin.
That was a beauty. Yeah, as long as you don't make contact with the head.
Yep.
But that's your duty of care as the player. Kick not able to be marked, but it's going to be taken away there by Van Unigem. Her kick goes to the advance of Gale. Gale unfortunately loses possession. They get the ball back and they're able to throw it via Sutcliffe forward. Tony Ulverstone Robbins, though, in the centre square. Again, she's got some real endeavours, Belbin. Will she receive the free kick? I think she does. So Belbin, even after she got that hip and shoulder, Gary.
It would have rattled the rib cage a little bit a few minutes ago, but she's back up and really wants to get the footy again. Handballs it out.
Yeah, Hingston with the big don't argue, then throws it on the right boot. Bit of a check side, goes another 10 metres advanced, and Pittman's asking for a free kick because the player just diving on the football there was Tamsin Wells. So it is a free kick to Latrobe Demons.
So you've got to give Latrobe a lot of credit. I know they're kicking with the win. That was at Pittman again.
Sutcliffe.
Yeah,
Sutcliffe kicked it in the mark. I'm not sure who that is over the far side. And that was Hayes. So Hayes is kicked towards centre wing position on the far side of the ground. Wow, look at the amount of water that's in there. Holy dooly.
There'll be cold toes. The whole days of rubbing deep heat on your feet, I reckon, should come back into play today to keep them warm.
Yeah, the curator out here at Latrobe would be having conniptions about what he's saying at the minute. Ball goes to Meg Thompson. Her kick goes across the ground, out wide, trying to get the boot to ball. Unfortunately, it wasn't April Radford. Has it gone out of bounds? It has indeed. So it's going to be a free kick, and that is going to the Latrobe Demons. Taking that will be number 24. So that'll be Ella Hingston.
Only got 4 minutes to go, Jaber, and I think we've held them. Latrobe have held Ulverstone only one goal, basically. So it's a heck of an improvement, and I don't think the wind is that strong out there yet. So Latrobe have had a really spirited second quarter so far.
45 players yet to score. Endeavour from both sides been actually very good.
Yep.
Skill set, advantage to the Robins.
Yeah.
Ball up, half forward, far side of the ground. Ulverstone Robbins, the king to the left of screen. We're going to do this all over again, so it's just going to be a reset.
We'll soak up some minutes out there, I reckon. These 3 minutes will go pretty quick.
Will the Super Sopper work out here today, Gary?
I don't reckon so.
How would the key go onto the pitch?
Yeah, no, it's going to be very wet come the senior game here in another hour or so. It's extremely heavy now, and it's when you look out over Meanderway, it is extremely dark.
Sort of reminds me of a beautiful dam out at South Rihanna under the name of Wayne Ling.
Yeah, where the fish grow big.
That's it. If you see a salmon out there, ladies and gentlemen, let us know. More than happy to take it home. Haven't got dinner organised as yet.
No.
Saying that, have you been watching the ABC drama series with Sam Pang as the new CEO of the Great Southern Football side, Gary?
No, I haven't. I should have done this week. I tried to find it this week on whatever you do when you can't see it on time.
iView, mate.
iView, that's what it's called.
That's it.
But I haven't got the talent to work the TV to find it. So. But I imagine he would have got a heck of a laugh, I reckon.
Oh, it'll be interesting to see whether Benny Gale's going up against the same sort of things that Sam seems to be following up with. Ball inside 450, and that's a good kick.
This will be disappointing. Disappointing to Latrobe if Ulverstone kick a goal here basically in red time because they've worked extremely hard this quarter.
Yeah, Tamsin Wells, ball in hand. We are inside 2 minutes to go. Oh. Kick. Jeez, doesn't even make the point post.
Yeah. It'll be a victory. If Latrobe can hang on and stop Ulverstone from scoring, this is the heart they need to take in at half-time because it is an actually well-earned victory. And they've got to use every quarter, every minute of the game as saying we're getting better and better and better, and they've absolutely done that this quarter.
So ball in, goes nowhere. Holly Sutcliffe applies the tackle, representing the Latrobe Demons. I'm going to redo it all again. 90 seconds remaining. Sutcliffe applies the tackle. That was smart. That was on Belvin. She's going to receive a free kick. No, says the umpire. Held to it. We'll repeat the process.
And the siren will be blowing in a few seconds, or a minute to go, is there?
Thompson. Welcome back, Meg. Oh, they feed it out to Hingston. They've got good sets of hands. Oh, good step there by Aylett. Able to get a beat to ball. Look at the good mark. Whose hands are that? That is Luca Conkey. Wastes no time. Plays on. Shot on goal with an open goal face. That's her third, Gary.
Yeah.
And that's a strong finish. She's got 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and that'll be the 8th. 8-3-51. The Ulverstone Robins Latrobe Demons yet to score right on almost the half-time siren.
Yeah, Luca's a standout forward here at present, and again making the most of that opportunity. It's just incredible, and the day is absolutely horrific here at present, and it wouldn't love to be out there playing footy, and Luca is making it look like a dry day. Just incredible work rate. Disappointing for Latrobe because they've done extremely well there for 80% of the quarter.
Quick update with regards to the VFL. The gentlemen are 5-11-41. Well advanced of Richmond Tigers, 1-1-7. So well on to the Devils. Almost towards the end of the second quarter. And there's a siren here from Latrobe. And it is 8-3-51. 8-3-51. The Ulverstone Robins, and yet to score Latrobe Demons. Goal kickers for the Ulverstone women. 3 to Luca Conkey, who's been best on ground from mine. And single goal kickers in the second quarter. We had Kelly Enright and also Meg Thompson. In the first quarter, it was Matilda Rockcliffe, Amali Johnson and Charlie Johnson. For a quick synopsis of the first half, Gary Carpenter.
Yeah, and it's bucketing down here at the Darryl Baldock Oval, and Ulverstone have really got a commanding lead. And Lucas set that up as a dominant forward. 3-1, 3 goals, 1.5 of footy in the women's footy on the day like today. She's been a standout player. I think Amali Johnson's been okay too at times. She's coming in and out of the game, and of course you've got the ever reliable Courtney Hingston off that back half that just wins the ball and won't let it past her. It's one-way traffic. Latrobe really, their energy lifted. They lack that connection with players from one player winning the footy and someone else to give it to. Pittman is absolutely working. She's working as much as 3 footballers at present, and they've got a little bit of work to do when they go in at half-time to try and find a way, JB, of getting somebody across that half-forward line and across the full-forward line that can hold the footy in there and win it 1-on-1 or 1-on-2. And if they can do that, they might be able to get back into a game of saying they can win the second half. And that's what they've got to aim for. As you see now, ladies and gentlemen, the water is absolutely piling around the bike track. So we're in for a wet afternoon.
We certainly are. Gary Carpenter with his analysis of the first half. 125 points, the victors at Wynyard. Wynyard Cats over the Circular Head Saints, who were unable to score, so 18-17, 125 to Circular Head Saints unfortunately didn't score. Burnie Dockers went down by 78 points. They scored 1 behind. Penguins 10-19, 79 at West Park. And currently at Latrobe, it's 8-3-51. All the Robins against Latrobe Demons, who have yet to score. As I mentioned, the Devils were leading close towards half-time. We will follow up with regards to how they're tracking against the Richmond Tigers there at York Park in Launceston. We're going to take a break from Latrobe Recreation Ground, the home of Darryl Baldock, and we will be back for the second half of the Terry White Kenmart Round 9 game between the Latrobe Demons and the senior women's competition against the Ulverstone Robins.
Heavy rain we have.
This one? No, this one right here.
Are you down underneath me? I'm up here in the box. Up here in the concrete box. Yeah. Come up and say hello if you want to for a second. I think it's... Now. I want to put up... fly out the wall, a lot better than me too, my other stuff. Over the road for a couple of days. You can make it going around. No, not really. Not really.
Well, it actually starts from I guess at least two you have got that. Two counts in the thing, you know. So I know it's been watching good, hey? Yeah, absolutely.
They just turned the boom box. They just turned the boom box on you on the starter. Oh, yeah, okay, now he's David since I'm going to get the boom box down, they just started the light. It was a great day for us here, so we just seen Kathy. I didn't see him. So, yeah, you'll be. So it's just again, it's another process. So that might be the first report that we reckon too. We don't know. Well, no. Okay, so yeah.
The wind shifts now. It'll, the weather should go that way. Yeah. So it should turn. Yeah. So that's what it is. That's probably not. That's 2 or 3 hours in my head, isn't it?
walking out there and thinking the ground tennis on the we can't start. I'm not sure.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of the Terry White Kmart Round 9 fixture in the NWFL Senior Women's. And it's Mackenzie Tyrrell for Latrobe Demons who got a fist on it. Unfortunately, been taken back there by Marley Johnson. And her kick inside forward 50. The ball goes end over end. Winwood gets back. She handballs it, though, unfortunately, to Rockcliffe. Rockcliffe's taken a tackle, drops the football. Ball goes to ground. Pack develops. It's back in the hands of Winwood. Going nowhere. But it's deep inside the forward 50, kicking to the right of screen. That's the Ulverstone Robins, who have dominated this game 8-3-51. Latrobe get the score. Quick update, half-time. Tasmanian Devils VFL fixture, 6-13-49. The Devils, 1-1-7 the Tigers at half-time out at Launceston. Ball's in the hands of Belbin, who's been wrapped up in a tackle. We're going to do it all again.
Even in that tackle, she's still got to boot the ball with the whistle had blown. The conditions have deteriorated, Xavier. There's more water laying around the ground. You've nearly got to build a bridge to get onto the ground, actually, at the moment.
Yeah, well, it could be a moat. It could be a sanctuary. Ball unable to be picked up there by Hingston. It's been Ella Hingston for Latrobe. Pack develops. Oh, trying to get a boot to ball again. That might have been Belbin. Oh, it's come out to Ulverstone. Johnson's kick. Got taken. She tries to feed it back. Finds one of her teammates. Throws the boot on the ball. That might have been Mansfield. First possession of the day. Kick off the ground again by Ulverstone. Ball being fed back. Unfortunately, Rockcliffe doesn't have sticky fingers. Ball's to ground. I'm going to see a lot of this. Tyrrell, Jago, apply a tackle. Ball goes nowhere. In the heat of it, where's Candice Belbin for Ulverstone? Straight up, straight back down. The ball goes. First there is Ulverstone. Losing the footy. Comes out to Van Unigem. She's not clean with the football. Takes on a would-be tackler. Loses the ball herself. Ball goes straight up, straight down. Oh, that's a free kick. It's over the shoulder, surely. Giving that away. That might have been Hayes. Recipient of the free kick. Might be number 11, Matilda Rockcliffe. Already got one to a name. Captain.
She should put the...
Co-captain of Porsche Lambie.
No, didn't make the distance.
Yeah. Tell you what she did make. She made the bike track.
Yep, out of bounds on the full.
Yep, so straight over the top of the moat. And we're going to get a free kick to the Latrobe Demons. Well, that ball's just been thrown straight back into the water.
Got a new one to play with for a little while, so they'll be right.
Jago's kick. Not bad. Hingston's there first. Good shepherd by a teammate. Hingston runs into Trapple, drops the football, and I reckon a free kick will go to Latrobe in this instance. No? We're going to get a boundary throw-in? Looks like it. I thought Sutcliffe applied a reasonable tackle there.
Taken a while for the boundary umpire to come up to the position where he's throwing the ball in.
Might have been swimming.
Yeah.
Ball goes straight up, straight back down. Not asked to redo it. We're going to play on. It's now in the hands of Thompson. Unfortunately, her possession loses to being dispossessed. And taking the free kick will be Magnus Lowe. Isabella. Not sure what to do. Goes back towards the boundary line, and it's going to be a lesser free kick, surely.
And this is probably where Latrobe's got to take the game on a little bit, pull it in a way so they don't give this ball up easy just for lasso kicks. And there's nothing to lose by going down through the midfield and only things to gain, you know. And if they lose by 20 goals, at least they're having a crack of playing through the midfield and putting pressure on Ulverstone all the time. But this run and carry from Ulverstone.
Yeah, good kick. That might be Aylett. Inside, no, in fact it was Belbin. Winwood was there. Releases. Getting back first, picking it up, putting the defenders or turning them inside out.
Tire up.
It was Tyra Conkey, but the kick wasn't all that great. And just have a look at what we're doing down the side here, Gary. I'm not sure whether you noticed, but we're using a broom to clean the water off the bike track.
He's pushing it out onto the boundary line. Our security guard for the umpires here, I think he might be protecting their entrance or whatever, I don't know.
Well, I'd suggest he might start getting some planks of wood for them to be able to enter the ground. And it could be an occupational health and safety issue. Nonetheless,
they have clean boots.
Indeed they will. Indeed they will. So, ball, half forward, still for the Robins. Oh, teammate. Trying to tackle Magnus Lowe. That might have been Cook. Ball's going nowhere. We're going to get another ball up. In fact, it might have been Zali Croden. Ball goes straight up. Tyrrell gets the tap against Johnson. Ooh, coming through, knocking it forward. That was good work there by Meg Thompson. Opportunity. Oh, good kick. It's just rolled end over end. And well done. And that's Matilda Rockcliffe. That's her second.
Again, make the most of the opportunities. I don't know, I've lost count how many goals they've kicked outside the 30-metre zone and it's just rolled in. How do you defend that? You follow your player out as a fullback and you follow your player out so far? Or do you just stand back and you're in a no-win situation? They're making the most of every opportunity they've got of scoring, Ulverstone are, and that's another goal. Just kicked out, bounced end over end and through for a goal.
There he is. He's doing a bit of work in front of the interchange there for the Ulverstone women as they come off the ground. No wonder they service the grand final every year, Gary. 9-3-57, the Ulverstone Robins.
Our caretaker at Latrobe Council might be starting to wonder what's the rest of the season going to be like.
Indeed, as Ulverstone take it from the centre square. Oh, it's up to inside the forward 50. If they're clean, they're on. Unfortunately, the night Van Unigen applies a good tackle. So does Tyrrell, follows up. Belbin gets it out to a teammate, taking in a tackle. She loses the football. That might have been Thompson. And the recipient of the free kick will be, is that Van Unigen? I think it is. And the kick, their left boot, out towards Pittman. Haven't sighted her in this quarter. We need the coach. Show her where's.
Yes, probably the coach could move into the half-forward zone at the moment because she's been out of the play this quarter, so she could move herself closer to where the ball is probably moving, although she's come out the centre wing.
Rockcliffe to Hingston, over the top of Winwood. Oh, it rolls and hits the behind post. And we will get a boundary throw-in deep inside the forward 50 again. Far side of the ground for the Ulverstone Robins.
I've got a job to see through my double-glazed window, Xavier, at the moment. I don't think the windscreen wipers are working too well. I don't know what if you have a shot of the guy brushing the water onto the ground, will he win anything? He's trying to unblock the drains, actually. That's what he's trying to do.
Well, let's hope he can do it.
Yep.
Maybe he can call upon Palmer's. Palmer's a bit of a chance.
Palmer's plumbing.
Yeah. Chris, old man Nigel. They might be out on the Mersey River just practising a bit of their
speedboat ride.
That's right. Powerboat racing, that's what I was after.
Yep.
Ball handed by Marley Johnson to a teammate. I think that might have been Wells. Wells' kick was smothered, goes straight back over the boundary line. We'll go do it all again. 57. So it's effectively almost 10 goals. 10 goals are needed by Latrobe. Don't see them quite getting there.
No.
With the time remaining.
We're down to the 9-minute mark. So in reality, again, give Latrobe credit. They're absolutely working a lot harder. They just didn't do it in the first quarter, unfortunately. Otherwise, this game might have been a bit closer.
Sutcliffe fighting for the football here against Johnson. She wins, then follows up, gets a boot to ball. Kick's not taken. Good tackle being applied. That was by Hayes. Ball's going nowhere. We're going to get another ball up, and that rain is starting to come down yet again. Had a quick look at the forecast too at half time. Don't think it's going to be subsiding anytime soon. So, for those of you that got your rainwater tanks, open them up. So, because we will get a deluge of rain here today. Again, Belbin, inside forward 50. She's been very good since half time. Diving on top of the football's not the vice captain for Latrobe. It's going nowhere. I think we're going to get a ball up or a boundary throw in. Ball up it will be. So far, so good. Considering all the things we're trying to sort out up here. Making sure that all the technical equipment doesn't get wet. Just dry. That's our cameraman, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing a magnificent job today. Now, look at the acrobatic work there by the runner. Geez, they look resplendent in pink.
I don't know why we picked that colour. Must be hard to... I don't know. I thought our colour choices could have been better than pink.
Yeah, what colours would runners usually wear, Gary?
I have no idea, but I don't know. It's been there for a while now, so it must be easy to see in amongst all the club colours out on the ground.
Well, I gave up my running duties as soon as the pink came into fashion. Yeah. As Emma Pittman's kick was touched, goes across the boundary line. Or was it out of bounds on the full?
It might have been, or a lasso. No, it's not far enough out for a lasso. So.
No, it's a boundary throw-in. Yep, came off the hands, and we're going to get a boundary throw-in.
And I suppose when you think about pink, there's not many football club colours that are in pink unless they have a special day. So it's probably the most neutral colour for a runner to have. Yeah,
breast cancer awareness. Actually, that game would be coming up shortly again for the Melbourne Demons.
Yep,
one would think. Good mark in very trying conditions there by Miss Stonehouse. Oh, ball going backwards. Johnson loses the football. Boot to ball was Ella Hingston. Going wide. They are Latrobe. Defending resolutely. It's going to come off the boot of Emma Pittman. Is that a lasso free kick or a boundary throw-in? Was it touched? Must have been touched because Tyrrell's putting a hand up for
a boundary throw-in.
Boundary throw-in.
It's tough going.
57, 9-3.
We're down to the 6, is it 6 or 8? 8 and a quarter minute mark. So
6.5 minutes to go, Gary.
Yeah, 6.5. Good thing you got the binoculars because I could have swore that was an 8, Xavier.
And someone's hurt and they're laying on the ground. I didn't quite see them. Just trying to look at the replay. Can't quite pick up what happened. Sutcliffe's over there trying to assist, and so is Amali Johnson. 2 runners are out.
Can't see a number yet. She's still laying on the ground.
This doesn't look good.
No.
And umpire's now taking hold of the football. Have they called for the stretcher? No stretcher. Interchange is going. Player still hasn't got up. We hope all the best, and they're calling now for the stretcher. So, might have hurt their back.
Yeah.
And it might be the best thing to do.
I can't see what happened yet. It hasn't come out yet.
Olverstone trying to make him lay under the ground.
Looking at it, looks like a lower back injury of some sort.
And they want to be taking all the precautions they can on a day like today. Trying to get medical attention to the players.
Whether she might have got a knock in the kidney, lower back area.
Luca Conkey comes back on. Yeah, it looks like lower back. She wasn't on the side originally. Now she's laying on her back. But still, unfortunately, unable to pick up who the player was. And they're going to lift the player up. It's number 40. So it's Mackenzie Braden from the Ulverstone women.
Looks like she's just done it in a tackle, I reckon. She swung out of a tackle herself.
Well, she's up. The trainer and the 2 runners are holding her. And they're going to take her off the ground. She's walking very gingerly with the support of the 2 runners.
So I'd say
they're going to go straight across to the far side. And we're hoping that she can get some medical attention as soon as possible.
She's pulled something up a side strain or something like that, Xavier. She was applying the tackle and lost the grip on the player and actually flung herself onto the ground with pressure. So it could be a real side strain here of some sort.
I think you're right, Gary. But the good thing is she's up and mobile,
Yep.
but she's getting some support. And she makes her way around the ground. We think of her similarly as we think of former Bernie Docco, Northwest player Brody Myercheck. Shout out to you, Broads. Hope things are going well.
It'll be a long walk for
It will be.
Mackenzie to get round to this side of the ground.
One thing I do hope is the hot water's working around here for Mackenzie, if she's able to stand in the shower this afternoon, because that'll be the first thing on the agenda, one would imagine, in order to be able to feel a bit better about herself. She's very fresh. On top of the football was Thompson. She feeds the footy out only as far as Johnson. Johnson's kick was intercepted by Knott. Knott's kick up towards half-back. They lose possession. Ball back inside forward 50. It's in the hands of silky sweet Luca Conkey. Handball. Didn't find the target. Trying to get a boot to ball was Jago. Missed it. Might have been Bissett as well. Ball goes to ground.
It's a real tussle now.
That's it. Good smother there by Tyrrell on Conkey. Ball comes back out to Ulverstone. That's a good chain of handballs. At Asher Newman, I think it might have been. Kick inside forward 50. No, in fact, that was Rockcliffe. Newman was the target. A release to Latrobe, but it only falls into the hands of the person who's got the silky smooth skills of Luca Conkey. Good kick. It's on the half volley, unfortunately. They feed it back out to Hingston. She steps a would-be tackler, throws the boot into it. Unfortunately, slurs off the side and goes right around the boundary. Finds a sanctuary at the boundary line, and unfortunately, that's where Mackenzie Braden is wandering through.
And you know the rules of taking off an injured player, Xavier learned a while back. Even when a player goes off the far side of the ground, play is supposedly not supposed to start if she's still in a place of danger.
Right.
So that's the rule as far as I understand it.
Well, one would think that they'd be stopping it right now. She's got a bit of a smile on her dial, so that's a good thing.
But she is struggling to walk, isn't she?
Yeah, and now they're waiting for her to make her way round. It is good to see her being mobile.
Yep.
Last thing we want to see are players injured and having their mobility restricted. Play gets back underway. Going nowhere. They've fed it straight out to Ulverstone, and that went to Portia Lambie's. Kick goes across the face. Over the top was Newman. She loses possession. Good tackle by Pittman. Gives it back to Conkey. That was incorrect disposal, umpire. You've made an incorrect decision there. So the ball has gone to ground. Latrobe should have the free kick. Ulverstone win the football. Throwing it on the boot. Going to the near side. That was Maggie Thompson. And that's her second behind for the game. So she's kicked 1 goal 2. And they take that margin out to 58 points. 9-4 plays Latrobe yet to score. Advantage, almost by 10 goals to the Ulverstone Robins. Coming up to 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, no, they'll hold them out, I think, for this quarter.
It's in the hands of Miller Harvey. Good kick. Time might elude Ulverstone unless they're super quick. Good tackle applied by Ulverstone, Latrobe's Ashlyn Bissett. Inside 10 seconds now. Ball goes up, comes straight down. They need to be super quick. Conkey's going to get the kick. Doesn't make any distance. Siren should sound any second now. There it is in the hands of Ruby Woodcock. And at 3/4 time, it is Ulverstone doing all the scoring. 9-4-58. Latrobe Demons yet to score. Goal kicker in that quarter was the only one, and that was the captain, Matilda Rockcliffe. So you're right, Gary. Latrobe are definitely putting in a much more spirited effort with regards to nullifying the scoring by the Ulverstone Robins. Nonetheless, they'd already done the damage in the first half at 8-3. Goal scorers for the game so far. Luca Conkey with 3, all in the first half. Two go to Matilda Rockcliffe, one in the first and one in the third. Singles to Marley Johnson, Charlie Johnson, Callie Enright and Meg Thompson. Better players for the third term, Gary Carpenter.
Thanks, Xavier. Yeah, and it's, I've got to give credit to Latrobe here. They've sort of the second quarter was a lot better than the first, of course, and this third quarter again under extremely tough conditions. And I will emphasise that extremely tough conditions have held Ulverstone basically to a score that they could have got themselves. And and I think they've had players stand up now when it's been asked. Emma Pittman went a little bit out of the game. The ball was on the other side of the ground to where she was, but players like Holly Sutcliffe, Mackenzie Tyrrell, Matilda Hayes, Isabel Magnus Lowe and, of course, Emma late in that quarter. They've all had a fair dinkum go across the board, and if Latrobe can keep this going for the last quarter, they would come away at the end of the day feeling quite satisfied that they've matched it with Ulverstone for 3 quarters, and that's what they need to do to get some real value out of this day, because it is a horrific weather here. But Ulverstone, on the other hand, have handled it like it's just been a dry day at times. And Luca Conti stands up unbelievably across that half-forward line, makes the most of her opportunities. Matilda Rockcliffe, Marley Johnson, Meg Thompson, Charlie Johnson, they've got them everywhere. They're actually a class above Latrobe. But Latrobe at the moment, one-on-one, you could put your hand up, girls, and saying you are beating your immediate opponent, and that's something to strive for this last quarter, Xavier.
Certainly is, Gary. Thank you for that. A quick update with regards to the score that's coming from Launceston with the 21-minute mark of the third term. It's the Devils by 42 points, 7-15, 57 to the Tigers 2-3, 15. Looking forward to the VFLW game a bit later on this afternoon. I think it gets underway just after 3 o'clock. 125 points in the other games today to the Wynyard Cats over the Circular Head Saints. At West Park, it was all the two Blues. They win by 78 points, 1 point to the Burnie Dockers, 10-19, 79 to the Penguin 2 Blues. Again, here from Darryl Baldock Oval, or the home of Darryl Baldock. It is the Ulverstone Robins, 9-4-58. It's the Latrobe Demons yet to score. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the Terry White Kenmart Round 9 fixture and final quarter of the NWFL Senior Women's Competition. Welcome back to the Terry White Kenmart Round 9 fixture from the home of Darryl Baldock, Latrobe Recreation Oval, between Latrobe Demons, the 5th place Latrobe Demons, who are hosting the 2nd place Ulverstone Robins in the Round 9 fixture. And it's all the Robins at the moment. They are 9-4-58. Latrobe Demons yet to score. Nonetheless, they have applied themselves resolutely, in particular after quarter time, Gary Carpenter, with regards to the scoring that has been piled on early in the first quarter by the Ulverstone Robins. Yeah, if you was Emma Pittman at 3-quarter time, you would be absolutely asking your players for more effort to finish this game off and try and get a score. But let's set a target of holding Ulverstone scoreless also. It doesn't matter how it's done. You can make it as ugly as you like or make it as pretty as you like, but let's make sure we got some goals here in this last quarter, and one would be to hold Ulverstone to 0-0, and let's see if we can get a score at the other end of the ground. Aylett wrapped up in a tackle there by Matilda Hayes, and the ball's going nowhere. 9-4-58. Plays Latrobe yet to score. All the Ulverstone Robins. I noticed the three-quarter times the kick there by Hingston gets smothered, so it doesn't go anywhere. Looks like we're going to be doing it again. Oh, look at Conkey, clean, and then tries to get the handball away. It was effective, and it's gone inside forward 50. Latrobe, throw a boot onto it, and it only lands in the hands of Aylett. So now Aylett, she's going to bring it back in. Side the forward 50 for the Ulverstone Robins. Going back was Conkey, unable to take the mark. That was the Luca variety. Looks like Sean plays like Adam. Super clean. Picking the ball up, throwing it on a left boot. It might have been touched. That was Clark. It's right in the goal square now for the Robins.
Dangerous here.
It is. Is that Winwood? It's been held in attack, and we're going to get a ball up right in the goal square. I noticed at three-quarter time, Gary, that the Michael Pask had his team in the leading team's circle.
Right.
They weren't at a bunch, which is interesting.
Yeah, right.
So I wonder if Ray McLean's been employed by Mr. Pearce and company at the Ulverstone Robins. They had Gary Albert a couple of weeks ago, so obviously got some money to spend. So
I noticed Latrobe got themselves better set here too at the moment. They're more one-on-one across this half back and midfield. So if the ball does come out, they've got an opportunity there to win possession of it. So you rely on their back half to be able to win the footy, and they're up the ground to receive that when it gets to them.
Cook applying some pressure there as the ball goes out of bounds, and the boundary throw-in. It's been done. Well done to the boundary umpires today, because they're literally dealing with a river up and down the sanctuary of the boundary line with the camber of the bike track. And a free kick has been given away. That was by Jago, and that's going to... I'm going to take a stab. I'm not sure it's Newman. I think it might be Rockcliffe. She kicks him board. No one able to take the mark. There's Newman. Gives it to Conkey across the body. Is there going to be a fourth? Just to the near side. So she's missed one. So that's 3 goals to Luca Conkey today.
She's a powerful player, Luca. She holds her ground well. It's a hard player to get away and get off the footy. Even on today, she's just got beautiful balance. Stays over the footy, eyes on the ball, and just wants to win that footy and make the most of it. Yeah, no, she's probably looking for that game at the next level, Xavier, before too long, I would think.
Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she could do. I'm not sure who was bringing the ball out. It might have been Van Unigen. And in fact, it was. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're dealing with a very difficult, complex situation to be able to view the game at the moment. Ball in the hands of Knott. Her handball goes back over the top of his shoulder. And a teammate are able to get the ball. Jago kicks it forward. Makes ground. Oh, they've been fallen upon by Ulverstone player? No, in fact, it was Latrobe gave it away.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Had to create a stoppage there and not a free kick. And again, that's something they can learn when they go back and look over this footage. They had 2 opportunities there. One was to give a free kick and one was to create a stoppage. And they chose the wrong one and created that free kick. Turns it over again. So
Martin had the free kick, and that's going to find the sanctuary of the boundary line inside the forward 50. We're going to get a boundary throw-in. 9-5 plays Latrobe yet to score. Literally 10 goals. That's all they needed. Latrobe teams at half time to be in front. They've still got the same opportunity in front of them. Johnson tries to take it out of the ruck. Conkey.
Now
Sutcliffe, yeah.
Oh, that's 1 on 3.
Yeah, it falls straight in the hands of Portia Lambie. Kick.
Oh, good mark.
Newman.
Good mark,
Just
actually.
reaching out there with their left arm. Well done. And the second grab. Now, waterlogged ball, Gary.
Yep.
Any tips? Flat punt, maybe?
Flat punt, I reckon. Actually, kicking into the breeze too. It's sort of a bit of a crosswind there. So she struggled to make the distance kicking with the wind. Good surprise. Again, a bit of loose checking there by the Latrobe defence. No, she's done this
Got
easy.
a good purchase on it.
Oh, no.
Hasn't quite made the distance. Getting their hands on it. Will Latrobe has been rushed through for a behind. I think that might have been Cook. So that's the first rush behind of the game. That's going to the Ulverstone Robins. It's 10 goals to margin. 9-6 plays. Latrobe yet to score. All out.
They're playing the defensive side where the wind's taking the ball further closer to the boundary line, which is the right choice.
Absolutely. So that's for those of you that don't know, the wind is starting to turn now. It's going to come from the northwest. You might be able to see it in the tall trees over the far side of the ground. Latrobe High School Sanctuary. You'll notice it's starting to get quite dark because the lights from the cars on the far side of the ground are on. So that's going to bode well for us this afternoon, Gary Carpenter.
They might be, we could be looking for one of those starting mechanisms that could make some money, Xavier, going around and starting those cars with the lights still on.
Absolutely. As Luca Conkey gets the kick inside forward 50. Ooh, almost taking her head off. They hand it to Asher Newman. That might have been
well done,
Rockcliffe.
Latrobe.
Well done by Latrobe. And again, it lands in the hands of Knott. Knott's boot goes forward and finds some sanctuary in the arms of Tyrrell. Tyrrell's kick, that's a good kick. It's made some ground. It's up towards centre wing position. First back, though, are the Robins. Dropping it was Hingston. That's incorrect disposal. Umpire choosing not to, just to call play on. They go back after the football. Now Robins, that was Harding. Harding's handball doesn't quite make good connection. Followed up by Aylett. Diving on the football is Aylett along with Latrobe. Ball goes nowhere. It's across half forward for the Ulverstone Robins. Far side of the ground. 9-6 plays Latrobe yet to score. It's all the Robins.
Going to be a tough next 10 minutes for both sides here because the conditions are tough. And it's backwards and forwards, boundary throw in, contest upon contest. Got to be tough here, girls, to stand up from both sides and win this footy.
Absolutely. And one of the things I'll be looking for the girls, I would imagine, is Latrobe going to get the free kick. And that might be in the hands of Billy Garve. Will be those hand warmers you can get from Terry White Chemists, Gary.
They would have been handy today, I reckon, the hand warmers down here on the bench and probably wear them on the ground.
I know, Warwick Kappa would have had them in those tight shorts, Gary.
It just depends where it is. Yeah, no, I won't add no more.
Yeah, he just would have had them on the cheeks, mate, just to wipe off a bit of that. Is it the stucco?
Oh, dear.
Ball goes straight up and down. Tyrrell. She's really tried hard in the ruck throughout the course of today. She used to do a lot of the boundary umpiring. She's turned her attention in the last 2 years to actually playing for Latrobe Demons, and she's making a good fist of it.
Yeah, been really handy today. Absolutely top work ethic.
Tyrrell again.
Wins it again.
Yeah. So she had to do it pretty much all on her own. There's Conkey trying to get the handball through to Belbin. Belbin applies the tackle. Ball comes to ground. Umpire says, I'll have it and we'll do it all again.
You know, they're down to 9 minutes to go, and you'd give Latrobe nearly a victory in this quarter, even though Ulverston's kicked a couple of points. But you'd nearly give Latrobe so far to be in front just on quarter.
No one able to take it cleanly. There's AJ. Loses possession. Two Latrobe teammates run into each other, one of them being Sutcliffe. She dives on top of the football. It's going nowhere. We're going to do it all again.
It's going to be hard getting out off that scoreboard flank with the wind taking it to the scoreboard.
Oh, good take.
Bring it in.
Not sure. I think that might have been Rockcliffe. Got the kick. Latrobe, though, resolute again in defence. Get the kick out towards the 50-metre arc. Meeting them there. That was, not sure. It might have been Magnus Lowe.
Oh, well done.
Well done. They've got the ball forward again by foot. They're missing Taryn Lowe today, as well as Holly Diprose. Latrobe, they really could have done with their run out of the back half. Picking the ball up out of the back half, just centre of the forward of the centre. For Ulverston was Hingston. Gets it in towards Radford. Radford's kick inside forward way. Well done by Ashley Knott. She's been great in this fourth term in particular, the vice-captain for Latrobe. Kick towards centre wing. Going nowhere is the ball. Well done by both teams. Latrobe,
Create a stoppage.
Yeah, good decision by the umpire. And we'll get another. Oh, she did get a fist to it. Well done. Who was that? That was Matilda Hayes. So that was a good call by the umpire.
Well done.
Good pickup. Handed from Belbin out to Aylett. Aylett was looking for, unfortunately couldn't quite find Tyra Conkey. They get it back. I think it comes to Tyra Conkey again. Kick. Is that her sister? No, it's number 5, Tamsin Wells. Steps 1, steps 2, loses the football. Then they try to follow up the Robbins. Comes to Hingston. She lays the slipper into it. She's usually a good long kick. Ball goes end over end. Van Unigem gets back. Steps 1 and then 2. Would-be tacklers. Then gets smothered by Tamsin Wells, goes back to get the football, then gets a boot to it again. Unfortunately, it's only going to come back through the Robins. That kick back towards Van Unigem. She unfortunately couldn't take it. She was going backwards with the football. It pumps off her chest. It now comes out to Conkey across the body.
Oh, dropped
No, unable there for the Robins. Unfortunately, couldn't take the mark with Bissett, but she's able to release. But who's back there for the Robins? Conkey is part of that group. She was the one that picked it up. Again, she's smooth.
Oh.
She again gets a boot to the ball. Been definitely best on ground.
Yep.
Been super clean in this weather. Good tackle by the Latrobe defence. They kick it. And only to the hands of Hingston.
Well
Hingston,
smothered.
great smother again by Latrobe. Ball's to ground. Hingston's over the top of it. Is that holding the football umpire? It's a free kick. Wow.
Oh, you couldn't pick who was holding the ball in there. If anybody, Ulverstone was probably holding the ball in. Courtney. Courtney's the lucky recipient, comes up with the footy.
And she's got a big slipper. And she will try to... Oh, in fact, what did she do? What's happened
Went the
there?
short pass and on a short
come
pass
off.
on a day like today.
Yeah. And we're getting another free kick. Is this downfield now?
What's happened there?
The umpire, well, I'm not exactly sure what's happened.
A bit of an altercation between a couple of players.
Is that Aylett or Belbin? No, not Belbin. And no, number 30.
Carly Enright, is it?
30. Is it 30? Or is it Meg Thompson? I can't quite pick it.
Long sleeve jumper.
Yeah, it was Maggie Thompson, I think. No, I'm not sure. No, 31. So that was Maya Hardy. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we can't see, obviously. But it's in the hands of Thompson this time. Thompson's kick, she's going short. I'll just be banging along.
Yep.
Because there's Pittman. She hasn't had the influence that she did in the first half.
No, in the first half she was a standout player. And
Rockcliffe's tackled, loses possession.
Ball.
Great tackle applied on Elizabeth Stonehouse and Latrobe again. Oh, no. And Latrobe are going to receive the free kick.
Wrong
They're
way,
going the opposite direction.
Turn around and come back.
It's Ashlyn Bissett.
Yep.
Starting to get me confused, Ashlyn.
Handball's out.
And gives it to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe goes inboard.
Brave, but nearly
good.
come off.
Almost. Didn't quite take the mark. Might have been Croden, was it? Couldn't quite pick up that player in there. Number 35, so that was Harvey. Ball goes straight up, straight back down. We're going to do it all again, surely. No, says the umpire. They're going to give him the opportunity. And then when it comes out, he blows the whistle.
Player out the back, Ulverstone player, Latrobe, go on, man him up.
One-on-one football, order of the day. And there's the Latrobe player that's free. Had pressure been applied to her. That was by Amali Johnson. Here comes Conkey, Luca Variety. Look at that. She could do the waltz in a phone booth. Kick forward, goes to the advantage of a teammate. That's Meg Thompson.
ACS soccer.
Socket off the ground. Was that Newman? Miss. It was Newman.
You can see where the majority of the play's been this quarter. Xavier there on the centre half forward. Nearly true centre half forward on the northern end of the Latrobe Oval. It's starting to chop up a little bit. It'll be a little bit more red, I reckon, time the end of the seniors.
Good mark taken by Sutcliffe on the kick in. Grandstand side of the ground. That's better. Unfortunately, a teammate couldn't take the mark. That was Simpson. Goes across the boundary line. No, in fact, it was Tyrrell. Across the boundary line, we're going to go to boundary throw-in. Trying to use the W hands. Chest might have been a better option there. She tries and shows great endeavour in the ruck again. The ball goes to ground. Sutcliffe's there. She's tackled.
Another ball up
By Rockcliffe, and we'll go again. 9-7 plays yet to score. 61 points in favour of the Ulverstone Robins.
2 minutes to go to get a score. The Demons.
Pittman's kick's going to go out of bounds on the full, and Lassie free kick will fall into the hands of number 35. No.
Courtney Hingston standing across the 50-metre line on her own, absolutely hollering for the footy.
So Rockcliffe, kick.
Okay. Oh, well done.
Well
Emma.
done by Pittman.
Now it's up for the runners.
Yes, but it's Olsen's going to get back first. Leading in the race. There might be, is that Maggie Thompson? I'm not sure. It might be Stonehouse. They feed the footy back out. In fact, it was number 28. That was Johnson. They're back towards the centre of the ground. It's going nowhere. Good tackle being applied by Candice Belbin. And we'll have another ball up. We have got 2 minutes to go on the final term. Again, well done by Tyrrell. Follows up with a tackle. That's a bone-crunching tackle. And feeling the full force of that. It might be Belbin.
They've been fighting this right down, and it's only a minute or so to go, and they've still had it hard out of both teams.
Sutcliffe on Conkey. Tapped out by Johnson. Out towards Rockcliffe. Johnson unable to. Jago at the bottom of the pack. Brings it back in. We'll do it all again. We're down to 90 seconds. (9-7-61) for Ulverstone Robbins. Another good win here.
She just sits out there beautiful. Courtney does, Hingston.
Yeah, got the handball from Conkey. And fall over, trying to get their feet. It was Meg Thompson. Ball comes to ground. This time getting the boot to ball. Stepping one, stepping two was Lambie. Held in the tackle was Tamsin Wells and level ball up. We are inside the final minute. And it's 9-7-61, the Ulverstone Robins. Rockcliffe, Thompson. Is that Conkey? It is, unfortunately. Just didn't quite get good purchase on the pigskin. She follows back up, kicks it off the ground. She's going to do it again. Time's here.
Yep.
She's unable to throw it on the boot. She tries to get a handball out to Thompson. Trapped up in a tackle. Ball goes to ground. Shot upon goal. That's Newman. I'm pretty sure that might be her first for the day.
It is.
I was just going to say, it's not often that Nashi Newman goes without a goal before the end of the game, and that's her first. And she kicks 1 goal, 1 for the game. And the score at the end of the game, it has been all Ulverstone. Latrobe have not scored, and it is 10-7-67 to the Ulverstone Robins. So it's a 67-point victory to the second-place Robins, and they're just keeping in touch with the Wynyard senior women who are still on top of the NWFL Senior Women's Terry White Kenmart ladder. Goal scorers for the Ulverstone women today. 3 go to Luca Conkey. They were all in the first half. She ended up with 3 goals, 2 for the day. 2 to Matilda Rockcliffe. And then we've got single goal kickers, Ashley Newman, Amali Johnson, Charlie Johnson, Kellyanne Wright and Meg Thompson. For our better players, and as summary of today's game, Gary Carpenter.
An easy win for the Ulverstone Robins with their first quarter set up. There was 6 goals in front, basically at quarter time to no score, and it's held that way all the way through. You've got to give real credit to Latrobe girls because they hung on after quarter time. They created the contest. They probably knew that there was no way of getting back into the game, but absolutely went one-on-one. So there's some girls out there that can personally say they beat their opponent today, which is excellent for them. It's a growth phase for them. Ulverstone's teamwork in that first half of the game was immense. It was just like dry weather football for them. And again, if you've got power forwards up there that you can deliver the ball to and finish off for you. We must admit that Ulverstone did get 4 or 5 goals through just balls kicked 30 or 40 metres out and bouncing through, and and that's good football. That's using the best of your ability on the day. For the better players, I thought for Latrobe, Mackenzie Tyrrell, Matilda Hayes, Holly Sutcliffe, you've got to give Emma Pittman a mention for a first half, and then went quiet and back in getting a touch in the last couple of minutes. For Ulverstone, of course, Luca Conkey, best on ground, and you can go Matilda Rockcliffe. There's so many you could use and vote for. It was an all-in team effort. Courtney Hingston off the back half, Xavier, and a great win to Ulverstone. Extremely tough conditions today.
Certainly was, and we're looking forward to what the men's fixture was able to provide us this afternoon. We're going to do some running repairs from the commentary position. We hope that you can join us, but it was 67 points. The victors being the Ulverstone Robins in the round 9 fixture of the Terry White Kenmart NWFL Senior Women's Competition. They stay second position on the ladder. They're only 4 points, I think, in arrears of the Wynyard Senior Women's side, who are still on top after 125-point victory against the Circular Head Saints in round number 9. And the Penguin 2 Blues, not far behind them in third position with a 78-point victory over the Burnie Dockers. They were 10-19, 79 to the Burnie Dockers, one behind. Again from Latrobe, it was the Ulverstone women, 10-7-67, running out strong victors against Latrobe Demons by 67 points, who did not score. We'll take a break from Latrobe Recreation Ground and we'll be back for the senior fixture in round number 9 in NWFL very shortly.